Ooh, y'all, it's another big week. Howdy, howdy, American Texan here, and thank you for joining the channel. Today is Wednesday. We are Wednesday Warriors here. We've got Consignment Finds, we've got trades, we've got stuff for the kids, of course, the weekly releases, and an indie book that came into the mail from Crowdfunded. And so let's get into it, starting with Consignment. I got this wonderful book. I am really going big into The Phantom thanks to the Mad Cave release. And look at this. I found this old classic. This was published 1982. I found it here on the cover. 1982. I got this for $5 from my shop. They had it on consignment. And I'm excited to read into this. Just a simple black and white little trade here. But man, The Phantom, I'm really enjoying that book. Enjoying learning about the character as well. So I'm excited to jump into that one. And then I got something else that is not a comic book. I got this box of cards here, and this is, it looks like 1990s box of Marvel trading cards. It was $10. And I said, hey, for $10, I'll at least enjoy looking at all these cards here. I'm not looking to flip. I'm not looking to make money, but I think $10 is worth an hour just looking at these cards. And that's a Dungeons and Dragons card. Where's the Marvel cards? And just taking a trip through history here. So look at that. There's a Wolverine right there. So I thought that was pretty cool. And if there's something in here, great. If not, I'll at least maybe pull some from my personal collection and give the rest away, or maybe just sell the box for $10. That's all I got on consignment. Not a lot what came through the store that's for my collection. On to the trades. I got something for the kiddos. We've got Dog Man, Big Jim Believes. Do you believe? This one, I asked my daughter if she wanted it, and so I got it for her. My comic book shop stocks Dog Man, and sometimes they run out. So when it's a release day, I go and get it for the kiddos, and I think they share the books among themselves, so I think it's really cool to see the kids get into Dog Man. I haven't read any of them. If he's anything like Captain Underpants when we were growing up, she'll have a good time reading that one. This one looks a little simple of a read, but hey, that's okay, as long as they're reading and not typing, texting, and TikToking. Couple of collection books here. Dr. Doom Epic Collection Volume 1. This is my first Epic Collection. I'm a start at the beginning guy. So all these Epic collections that are on volume 7, 9, 12, 13, whatever, I'm not going to jump into them because I don't have volume 1. So when this one came out, Dr. Doom is a very interesting character. I haven't read a lot of his early work outside of the early Fantastic Fours. So I'm excited to jump into this one and read some more Dr. Doom in the early days, as well as this other collection I got, DC Finest War. Every once in a while, when my shop has $1 war books or $2 books, usually nowadays, I will get one just to read and see what it's about. Sometimes it's Sergeant Rock, sometimes it's just old pulpy war books. And so DC's collecting this one. We've got All-American Men of War, GI Combat, Army of War, Fighting Forces, War Stories, Black Hawk. And so I thought that sounds interesting. It wasn't on my pull list. I didn't pre-order it, but when she had it in store and I took a look at it, I said, you know what? That could be interesting. I like a good war story. I like a good action story. This is a little bit outside of my normal reading, but again, for $40 for a trade, can't pass that up, I think. So this is really good reading for the apocalypse. God forbid that day ever comes, but DC Finest War, the Big Five arrive. Excited to jump into that one. And then last one, this isn't a consignment or a trade, but I made an offer and she accepted it. I got the Art Germ Deadpool Batman Virgin variant, or Art Germ, they call it the Pure Art variant. Normally, I don't buy the Pure Arts, I just buy the trade dress. But this one was sitting on the back shelf for a while. No one picked it up. She marked it down to $40. I didn't want to pay $40 for it, so I made her an offer and she said, yeah, that's fine. And so I was like, oh, I should ask for lower, but I ended up getting this one. I'm going to keep this one in the sign pile if Art Germ ever comes through Texas again. I know he was here last year. I missed him. But if he ever comes back, this will be one of the books that I might want him to sign. I've got a few Pure Arts that I would consider, but I think this one's going to go on the top of the pile. This one seems like a popular one, even though my shop didn't sell it. I think this one will be popular in the long run, especially because I think Magic stonks are on the rise. So we'll see how that goes. On to new releases. We've got a few Marvels, and in typical Marvel fashion, I'm really only excited for a few of them. First off, I am excited for Spider-Man and Wolverine. This is number 7, and this is subtitled The Deaths of Spider-Man and Wolverine. This one is a lot of fun. I hope this one still has Karen Andrews. Yes, written by Guggenheim. This one is just really good, just action, a little bit of heart from both Spider-Man and Wolverine. They're very different types of heroes, and seeing them come together has been a really interesting story. We've got 1776. I got the Steve Rude variant. I really cut of his jib. I think he's a cool artist. And when I saw that he had a variant, I thought it looked really cool. The Hulk on the back, they're very classic style drawings of the characters, which I really like. I love that thing. And there's a classic Hulk back there as well. And Marvel, I'm cautiously optimistic on how they're going to handle this story. But superheroes going back in time to try to save America, I think there is a story there, so I'm going to give it a shot. Spider-Man Noir, this one is written by Larson and drawn by Brocardo. I enjoyed number 1. This one looks like it's got some Spider-Gwen in it. I think the narration was fun. I thought the action was great. Some of the jokes landed, I think, very well, much better than most modern Spider-Man jokes. So I'm going to continue to try this one out for number 2. And then this one is on my iffy list. We got Fantastic Four, number 4. This is by Ryan North and Roberto Ramos. It's Umberto or Roberto Ramos. But anyways, it's by Mr. Ramos. We are finished, I think, with the introduction arc, so now we're getting back into the stories that North wants to tell. We're done trying to reboot it, and let's just keep telling good stories. This one's got Black Cat. So Black Cat, she's stealing a fancy gun and Herbie, unfortunately. So we'll see if Invisible Woman can stop her. I think that's interesting. I like this because the cover seems to be telling what the story's going to be about. So that kind of piques my interest. But yeah, I'm a little on the fence still with Fantastic Four, meaning if they just put out one more issue that I just don't like, probably take it off my pull list. Then we've got The World to Come by Quesada and Priest. And man, this one is, it's one of those issues that I have no idea what's going on, but I'm having fun being lost. Especially once you get to the back and you kind of see the order of things. I've still got the Black Panther omnibus on my shelf that I want to read. Those omnibuses, sometimes they get so overwhelming. But this one is still a lot of fun to read of the different Black Panther shenanigans. And it looks like Captain America comes into this one. So I think I'll enjoy that one. And then Ultimate Wolverine this is number 11. I enjoy Ultimate Wolverine, the issues that are action set pieces. It's kind of like a video game. Every book is a level and every level has this big climactic fight. There's only 1 or 2 issues that didn't feature that, and those were my least favorite issues. But this one has really great fight scenes. This really is or has become Ultimate X-Men, so I'm really enjoying it. And then lastly, I got the Facsimile Fantastic Four number 11. This one has some kind of alien. I don't know, something alien on the issue. I don't know who that is. It says, what's going on here? Why is the Fantastic Four backing away helplessly from the Impossible Man? All right, so that's Fantastic Four number 11. Those are my Marvel reads. I'm probably most looking forward to reading probably Spider-Man and Wolverine. Along with Marvel, we got a lot of DC. I know a lot of folks are having a heavy week because DC is having a heavy week with the books that they are releasing, starting with Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum. This one's by the Ice Cream Man team, Maxwell Prince and Martin Morazzo. This one's starting to lose me. I'm probably going to finish out the series because I think it's only 4 or 5 or 6 issues. This is book 4. And it's gotten a little silly. I think the premise started and then they just got a little too silly with the way that they were writing the dialogue. And it's a little too campy. You can go good campy in comics, and I don't think this was good campy. So I'm a little iffy on that one. Also a little going to be iffy going forward on Green Lantern Corps. Jeremy Adams is no longer co-writing this, which isn't a bad thing, which is why I still kept it on my pull list. But if Adams is not directing the story, but Adams still is directing the story on the main Green Lantern, I'm not sure what these guys are going to do, if they're going to go on their own. I'm not sure if I'll gel with that, if I'll stick with it. We'll see. We'll find out. I'm still new to Green Lantern. I've got the Blackest Night trades, the recently released trades. Really enjoyed those. And of course, Adams' Green Lantern book is a spiritual successor, so I'm very excited to continue going into the Green Lantern mythos right now. But one thing I know I will enjoy, because I've enjoyed them all so far since he took over, that is Philip Kennedy Johnson's Batman and Robin. This one is illustrated by Osio, and I am enjoying Bat Dad with this. It looks like we've got Superman and one of his kids, so I'm not sure what's going on here. But yeah, I am enjoying Batman and Robin, and I will continue to enjoy this one. On the fence with a lot of people, we got Batman Hush, or Batman Hatouche, as the dog likes to call it. This one's been delayed, but now we're back. I've been enjoying Jim Lee. I didn't grow up on Jim Lee. I didn't read a lot of Jim Lee or see a lot of Jim Lee art. I really liked Hush when I read it. In fact, if I did get an absolute edition of a Batman or DC book, it would be Hush, the original Hush. This one is falling short with a lot of people, but I think I'm such a young Batman reader that I'm still enjoying it. I think the illustrations, while not as good as Hush, are still worth reading, and we'll see where this one goes. One thing we know, and what I am fully expecting to be my read of the week, and I'm calling it right here, calling my shot, read of the week, and that's Batman Dark Patterns. We are wrapping up the Maxi series here. This one's written by Dan Waters, illustrated by Hayden Sherman, one of my favorite artists of 2025. We're wrapping up the series. We're going to find out more about the Burning Man and maybe see how everything over the last year has connected with each other. An absolute pleasure to read. It just gets better and better with every issue. Aquaman by Jeremy Adams here, and this one is illustrated by Malavia. This one is a tie-in to DCKO. I'm not sure what Aquaman's going to be doing during DCKO, but whatever he's doing, I expect it to be a really fun adventure. And then we've got Action Comics. We are still with Young Superman, written by Mark Waid. This one is illustrated by Tormi Palencia on colors. This one is Action Comics number 1092, Metropolis Meltdown. I love it when they put words on the cover, that old school style. So we're still with young Clark Kent and his shenanigans as he figures out how to be a superhero, but also a high schooler. And there's some Lana Lang stuff going on. I'm super enjoying it. Captain Adam's around as a surprise mentor, but you don't really know if you can totally trust him kind of thing. I'm digging that one. I'm really enjoying the story. But 100% my read that I'm looking forward to the most is Batman Dark Patterns. And then finally, the indies for the week. The indies are usually my favorites. We are wrapping up The Witcher, The Bear, and The Butterfly. I haven't started this one. I've been so far behind on my indie reads, but I'm glad to read these all back to back to back. I think it's a 4-part series. Yep, number 4 of 4. And then next month, we've got another Witcher book coming. So if you enjoy the Witcher games, if you're like me and you enjoyed the books and the games, this is nothing like the TV show. In fact, the last arc actually continued the storyline from Blood and Wine. So these have been fantastic. They definitely align more with the Witcher games, but a really fun read with some good action, and Geralt comes off as Geralt. Then we've got American Caper. I am a little short on this one, but I believe it's written by the Rockstar writers of Grand Theft Auto, and so they're hilarious. I think the Grand Theft Auto games are hilarious, and so I'm hoping this one will be just as good, but this is on my short list of if I don't like it, I'm not going to pull it. But I am going to try it out. Then Transformers number 26. This is unfortunately one of the books that I am still behind on. I think I have not read 25 yet, but this cover looks amazing. We've got Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora writing and drawing it. And I love Dan Mora. I know some people aren't really happy with the way he's drawing the Transformers, but I am super enjoying it. And so I'm looking forward to that one as well. And then we got Conan the Barbarian number 26, another one I am ridiculously behind on. I think I'm 3 issues behind because my LCS got skipped on a shipment or something. So I ended up getting number 25 before number 24. So I haven't read it because I got to read it in order, and I'm not going to go find it online. So I am behind on this one, but I'm excited to get caught up and try to review this for you on Monday, which, by the way, we do indie comic reviews off the indie shelf on Mondays. This week it came out on Tuesday because I was traveling over the weekend and I wanted to make sure I tried to read as much as possible before the show. But anyways, if you want more reviews about the comics, not about the drama, not about the writers, but we talk about the story, the characters, the art, and all the things we love about it, hit subscribe down below. Speaking of love and comics, Dick Tracy, number 13. We got this dude here. Really enjoyed the Halloween issue that came out, and Dick Tracy is fantastic. I haven't found another Alex Segura writing that I like, but Dick Tracy is absolutely amazing. I think this one's the one I'm looking forward to the most this week, though. Redcoat number 15. Man, I gotta look at it before I read it. This one's by Jeff Johns and Brian Hitch. This one, my LCS owner was really hyping up that we've got some tremendous implications. A character comes back that was in a previous issue. That was a fan favorite, so I am looking forward to this one. Redcoat number 15. Kieran Gillian, The Power Fantasy. I enjoy this one. This is a little bit of introverted pleasure because I don't know anyone else that reads it, but it's so good that even if I don't have anyone else to talk about it, even if I was the only person to read it, I am super enjoying this issue. It's basically what if we had the mutants in the real world and all the geopolitics that came with it. A lot of ethical conundrums. In fact, one guy is like Xavier, except super morally ethical. So he could control and overtake and rule the world, but he chooses not to because he's not ethical. So I think Etienne is a very interesting character there. We've got Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees the Rite of Spring, number 3, I believe. And man, this one is very interesting. The second series, the second volume is a little bit slower than the first, but contains, I think, some more psychological woe moments, more than what you saw in the first volume, which was more like on the page woe moments. So I think this is interesting, and I am collecting the B movie cover variants. I don't know though what the movie poster this is supposed to be parodying. Maybe I Am Sam, because it says she's not Freddy, she's not Jason, she's Sam. I don't know, but that sounds interesting. So those are my indie picks for the week. And of course, like I said, I'm most looking forward to Redcoat. And then in the mail, just one crowdfunder came. I know The Patriarch is coming, and I am so excited to see The Patriot come to my doorstep. I'm going to read it right away because I love that book. I love John and everything he's doing. But we got The Atlantean. This one came off of Fund My Comic. This is from Arrow Comics Productions. I don't remember the author name, but man, this is fantastic. If you love Conan, if you love sword and sorcery, this is just, of course, right up your alley. Really enjoying this book, and has some more Robert E. Howard characters in there as well. And it's that big magazine size, which I absolutely love. So that's everything that I got today, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to read the big two first and do a reviews and thoughts on Friday. And then over the weekend, I'll be reading the indies and do a review and thoughts on Monday. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more comic book videos about the story, the art, the characters, the stuff we love, by all means, subscribe down below. Like the video if you liked the video. And if you didn't like the video, let me know. But I only take you seriously if you hit the dislike button twice. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Adios.